Good morning, everyone, and I have another art book to show you guys by the artist Atey Ghailan, and I have some links to his art station and a pretty cool interview from the guys at Art Cafe. Though this is back in 2017. I'll look through again if there's any more recent interviews that he might have had with other channels. I think maybe Bobby Shu might have a more recent video around 2 years ago. But this is a book from another Kickstarter by 3D Publishing, I believe. And it's a very interesting book, and just wanting to show sort of his art journey as well. And there will be some similarities between the artwork and the way the book is laid out here to some previous art books in the past. And I'll maybe sort of focus on a few sort of more important pages, at least to me, who's an inspiring artist. And one of the first few pages here is just him sharing sort of where he grew up, where he came from, and sort of how he sort of grew as an artist. And so here again is sort of quite similar to a previous art book that we looked at, where we can sort of see a timeline of how his artwork has progressed over the years, and that it takes sort of a lot of hard work, dedication, and practice to sort of improve, but not just improve to a very high technical level, but then his artwork, as we can see, sort of has changed to be something that let's say it's something that he personally loves to do later on. So here's like a little bit more technical art pieces, and possibly something for his career and work. And then later on sort of he comes back to sort of find a new art style for his own passion work, and to produce his own sort of projects today. Just a little bit speculation, but sort of as we can see, its art styles can change and most likely tend to change. And this of course sort of looks pretty good as well, of like how no need to be too serious on rushing in to find like this one art style, when as we can see, sort of his art style has sort of adapted and changed over the years as well. In this sort of stage, he talks about sort of his plans when he first started like working a little bit more professionally, and the struggle he went through in the 1 year course of adapting into a more professional scene. And for him, he loves to sort of go out to sort of parks, and as we will see throughout the book, he shows and shares a lot of actual photo reference, as so we can see here, which is sort of seems a little bit interesting to me, of like a lot of art books may not show this aspect of actual photos, and where the artist might go out to like find real world references and only talks about it. And another sort of real life reference here of like going outside to paint, and then we see the results right here. Another very interesting part of the book is this sort of bonus studies. We can see like a different texture to the paper, if you can hear, and it's much more rough, as if it's a real sketchbook. And also we can sort of see like how his sketchbook might look like when going out to sort of sketch everyday people and doing sort of various studies as well. So it's a very nice sort of change in sort of feeling when looking through the book. And then we go back on track with the other parts of his process. A few more real life photo examples. and then we see a breakdown of his sort of art process, and then thumbnailing and just showing like how it look, that is like very rough, which is sort of nice to see. And then for him, he's like a environment artist first, and so he would do the environments first before doing the main subjects. And something that it reminded me, I'm not sure where, but it's a similar idea where one would sort of rough out the environment first, just so that when they go on to do the character, the lighting on the characters will influence based on the environment they have already painted. At least that's how I remember it to be. So you sort of map out the environment first and create and set the lighting, and with that you have like a stronger foundation for how you will light and paint the main character later. But I'm not sure where I heard that one from. This section I really like, with the photo reference, and then on the next page mostly is the painting aspect, and then it's just sort of seeing like how the tones between the sky and the sort of light shining on the building seems very similar to the painting he has done, and it just feels so seamless and natural to see like these images side by side, even though one is a photograph and the other one is a painting. And then we reach the end where it's just a traditional gallery of all of his other paintings. So there's like a lot of sort of journals and thought process in the early parts of the book, and then a lot of sort of art process and workflow. And actually there's like around 2 at the very least, from what we saw, where most other books maybe only show 1 behind the scene, and here in this book we get at least 2, and a lot of sort of real world photo reference that I feel like a lot of other books may not show as much. So I really appreciate this book for sort of going like a little bit further beyond when it comes to sort of showing like the sketches mixed with the behind the scene art process, and then the photo references as well. But that's it. That is the end of Atey Ghailan, and I hope you all enjoy seeing this book. And I do believe you can still pick up this book at their website. I'm not sure. But with that said, I will hope to see you all in the next video. Bye for now.